Recording. No, sir. Okay, fine. Right. Let me start. Today I will take one more class. Okay. Please make a note it. So what we did, we have created a table, right? So we have created table. Okay. Table will have some columns. Employee number, name, okay, salary, department number. Okay. When you want to insert the data, okay, into columns, you can give the conditions saying that, hey, column, just allow these type of data for this column. Okay. If anyone is trying to violate this condition, okay, don't allow them to insert the data into this column. Just you have to tell like that. Okay. So how many conditions we can keep on the columns? Okay. In general, keeping the condition we can call constraint. Okay. If you take any SQL language, definitely constraints will be there. Okay. So there is a constraint called null constraint, not null constraint, unique constraint. Okay. Primary key constraint, foreign key constraint, check constraint, default constraint. Okay. I think there should be some more. 1 second. Just I'm checking whether I miss anything. Okay, that's it only. Okay, we have covered all the things. Okay, so we can discuss one by one how we can apply the constraints. Okay, so by default, null constraint will be there. Okay, so before explaining this one, let me explain what is null. If you have any idea, okay, please let me know what is null. Anyone? Null means Okay, what is null? Can I say null is 0?
Yes, sir.
Absence of a value.
Sorry?
Absence of a value.
Absence of the value. What does it mean? That I want to have. Can
It might
I?
be empty string,
It might be.
or a zero.
Okay, empty string or 0.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So anything else? Okay, there is a definition for null. Okay, null means undefined value. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, it is not equal to, not equal to 0, not is equal to 1, and not is equal to anything. Okay, that we did not define. That is the reason we cannot tell whether it is 1 or whether it is 0 or whether it is empty string. We cannot tell like that. Okay, it is just undefined value. Undefined value means we may assume something, but that may not be true, right? That might be some different value. Okay, that is the reason always what we can say null means undefined value. That's it. See, if that is the case, can we say null is equal to null?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we cannot say because we don't know what is the first undefined value. Okay, and we don't know what is the second undefined value. Even null equal to null is also false. That's the reason in Arkill, whenever you want to say, you want to compare this one, you can ask, is null? That means the value is null or not. Okay, we can say like that. So, null, not null, unique, primary key, foreign key we have, right? First, let's go to null. Okay, so I have one table. In this table, if I define a table with null constraint, okay. So, for example, I have given null for employee ID as a constraint. Okay, what it will do? It will allow null values as well as okay, not null values. Okay, let us execute this one. Let's see whether it is correct. Let me share my screen. Okay, so let's go to Okay, let me create a table. Okay, I'm going to create some table called cities. Okay, city name. Yeah. Okay, city with city population. Oh, okay, just let me execute it. Okay, table got created. Let me describe the table. Okay, so by default, everything is null only. It will allow. Let me create. One second. Create one more new table. Okay, let me create it. Okay, table got created. Let me describe it. Let me run it. Okay. See, there is no difference, even if you see this one. Okay, because by default, it will allow this null values. Okay, so let me insert the values. Insert into. Okay, first one is cities. City name. Let me give Hyderabad. Okay, city pin code. Let's give 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, and population. Let's give some 10,000. Okay, let me insert it. Value is larger than specified position for this column. Which column? Maybe population. Population we have to only 4 only, right? 4 digits. Let me execute it. One row got inserted, right? Okay. So we have data, right? Now what I will do, I will create one, I will try to insert one more record. Time I will omit city name. Okay, I will give the values like this. Then it will allow null value. See, if you go and check, so it allows null value. Okay, let's go to second table. Let's copy it. So let's give table name. Let us execute these two commands. Okay, two records got inserted. Let's go to select star from cities one, execute it. Okay, so this one also allowed us to have the null values. That is the reason when if you want to allow the null value into a particular column, what we can do, we can create like either with a constraint or without constraint. Okay, now let us go to second constraint. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to create one constraint. Create cities 2. Okay, I want to have city name. Okay, this is of type varchar 2 of 10. Okay, so it is not null. Okay, and then city pin code 6 and city population. Okay, number of 6. Let me create it. Okay, let us run it. Invalid command. We forgot to give table keyword. Okay, let us execute it. Now let us describe this table. Cities to execute it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so see, second two columns will allow null values, but first column it won't allow the null value. Okay, let's see what I'm doing. I'm going to insert some values into table. Insert into okay, cities to Bangalore BLR. Okay, 560045. Okay, population. Let's view this one. Okay, let us try to insert the value. Okay, invalid. Sorry, I forgot to give values. Let us run it. Column not allowed here. Open BLR. Let me execute it again. Okay, we got inserted. I have mistaken. Okay, let's see the data. Okay, so we have one record, fine. So now I want to insert one more record, insert into cities to, okay, city underscore name and city underscore pin code values of, okay, HYD. Let's give to, and let us execute it. Okay, so in valid identifier city, I missed column name, uh, like spelling mistake. Okay, again one more record got inserted. If you take this time for column city population, you will get null value. Okay, null value we got. Now let's go to under record into cities to city underscore name. Okay, so let us take city underscore population values. Okay, Pune. Let us execute it. Okay, so this time the city pin code will be null. Okay, city pin code is null. Now what we can do? Let us insert one more value. Is to city underscore name values. Okay, let us give Chennai. Okay, I am not going to give remaining columns. Now let us try to execute it. Okay, remaining two columns will be null. Only city name will be we have the value. Okay, let's see here. See, we have this one. Now what I'm trying to do, I will try to insert null value into city name. Okay, so for that what we have to do, you have to omit or you have to ignore the city name and you can take any other values. City pin code comma city population values. Okay, so 1 2 3 1 2 3 comma some this value. Let us try to insert. Now it will throw the error. Okay, cannot insert null into, okay, cities table city name column. Okay, why? We have the constraint. Are you able to understand what I'm trying to say? Hello.
So,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So fine. Now, okay, what is unique value? Okay, see, let's go back to our Excel. Okay. So what is unique? See what unique values will do. For example, if you take, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 5. Okay, 4. Okay, are these unique values? Say yes or no.
No.
Okay, in simple terms, if we have duplicate value, that we can say unique value. Okay, see, for example, see, I will insert the value, right? Okay, table knows like whether that particular value is there in the table or not. Okay, first I have inserted value 1. Second, I have inserted value 2. Third time, again I try to insert the value 1. It will throw the error saying that the value is already there and unique key constraint violation. Okay, so it won't allow value 2. If you try to give 3, it will take. If you try to give 4, it will take. Again, if you try to give 4, it won't allow. It will reject. Okay. So like that, it will allow only unique values. But when you take unique key, okay, unique key will allow unique values plus null values. Okay. Right. Let's go to there. Create a table. Create table student. Okay. Student ID. Ten unique comma student underscore name where char of 10 comma fee number of 4. Okay, let us execute it. Table got created. Now let us describe it. Student. Okay, let's see here. See, here it is not giving full details. Okay, as I told you, student ID will allow the null values, right? That is the reason we got. Now what we have to do, let's go to schema. If you see student table, okay, here you can see the constraint that is unique key. Okay, unique key enabled on which column? Student ID column. Okay, status is enabled. Are you able to understand? Okay, now let's go to there. Okay, let us try to insert some values. Insert into, okay, student. Okay, I'm going to insert all the values as of now. Okay, student ID 101. Okay, name is Rafael. Okay, and fee is some 5,000. Insert it. Okay, insert. Let us see the value. Meanwhile, let us execute it. Okay, if you see, we have the value here. Fine. Now let's go to insert command again. Insert into student values. Okay, 1002. Okay, name is Dev. Okay, 3,000. Okay, So again, record got inserted. Let's go to there. Okay, record will be there. Right? Fine. Now, what I'm going to do, let me try to insert into student values. Okay. So I want to give 1002 Advika. Okay. Some 4000. If I try to execute this one, will it be inserted or not?
No, sir.
No. Right? Why? It will violate the constraint. Okay. Unique constraint. Okay. Violated. Right? At line number 172. Like it is giving something. Okay. If you want to have more details, you can check this one. Okay. The reason is why it called unique key constraint. Already there is a record with 1002. Right? So what I'll do, I will remove this one. Okay. So if you want to give only few columns, you must specify the column names. Student underscore name, comma, fee. Now, if I execute this one, will it be inserted or not? It will be inserted. The reason is unique key constraint will allow null values. See, null values got inserted. But if you see in practicality, okay, is there a possibility saying that student ID number is null? Can we have like that in real time? Right? Okay. So to avoid this one, there is a constraint called primary key. So what it will do? Primary key will allow only unique values and it won't allow null values. Okay. In simple terms, it will allow only unique values. Apart from unique values, it won't allow anything. Okay. Let me create a table. Student ID, comma, number of 4, student underscore name, varchar 10. Okay, fee, number of 4. Okay, let me execute it. Okay, table got created. Let's go to schemas. Let us see the constraint. Okay, there is one constraint called primary key on student ID column. Okay, so status is enabled. Right now, we can discuss this one later on delete cascade. Now let's go back to there. Okay, so let me try to insert some data. Okay, I want to insert into student. Okay, 5000 executed. Sorry, table name we have given something instead. Let's go to, let us execute it. Okay. Okay. We execute it. Okay, record got inserted. Select star from, okay, student, some it is spelling mistake. Okay, execute it. Sorry, instead of semicolon we have given colon. Execute it again. Okay, so one row got inserted, right? So let me insert second row. Okay, values 1002. Okay, and some 4000. It got inserted. Okay, if you go and check, we will have the data. Okay, we have data here. Now let's insert into 1002 Advika. Okay, 4000. Okay, let us try to insert. It will raise the error. Okay, if you see here, see on this table, we have created primary key, but you are getting something called unique key constraint violation. Okay, the reason is, since as I told you, primary key, it won't allow, you know, duplicate values and not null values. Okay, when it comes to duplicate values, you will get the error like this. When it comes to null values, you will get different error that I will show you. Okay, so insert into student ID, comma, student, sorry, I don't want to give this one, right? Student values. Okay, name is Rahul. This is 5000. Now let us try to execute it. It won't allow to be inserted. Okay, see, cannot insert null into student ID. Are you able to understand? Okay,
Yes, sir.
right. Now, see, I have one requirement. What I'll do with that requirement? Okay, I'll try to insert some values. Sometimes I will forget the value. I will tell you what it is. 1 second. Let me share my screen. I have a table called person. Person name. Okay. Person address, nationality. See, I'm going to gather the you know Indian people information. Okay, their name, their address, and their nationality. If you take this case, okay, by default, okay, every citizen will be Indian only, right? Most of the cases, very rare cases. So they're born in India, they may got some other country citizenship. right? So in that case only it will change. Remaining cases, it will be default value will be India only. Okay. So in that case, for example, if you omit to give the value for some column, okay, table itself will insert some default value. In that case, we will go for default constraint. Okay. Let me show you how we can do that. Let me create a table, create table, okay, person. Okay, person name, surname, where of 10, okay, and address, where, okay, nationality, okay, where of 10, okay, default. So I want to give Indian. Execute it. Okay, table got created, right? So since I did not insert any value, I will not get anything. Let me execute it. Okay. Spelling mistake. Let me execute it. Okay, no data found. Let me insert some value. Insert into, okay, person. Just I want to give the values for person name, comma, address. Values of person name is Deva. Okay, address is Andhra. Okay, are we going to give the nationality value of this person Deva? No, right? So now if you run it, okay, one regard got inserted. Now if you go and check what would be the nationality value, let me show it. See, if you see there is a column called nationality, we got Indian automatically, right? Now see what I'll do. Let me insert into person values. Okay, so I'm going to give David. Okay, and address is America. Okay, citizenship is American. It inserted. Now if you go and check, okay, this time nationality value will be different since we have provided externally, right? So that's the reason we got it. Okay, let me insert one more. Insert into person. Okay, person name, address, values. Okay, values will be give Aruna. Okay, this is Karnataka. Let me execute it. Okay, one row got inserted. Let us run it. Okay, if you see, we got the values for Arun. Okay, in here we got automatic. This is how we will use the default constraint. Assume, okay, you have one table called cinema hall. That is adult movie. Okay, if age is not greater than 18, okay, what you want to do? You want to restrict the people not to allow into the theater. Okay, for that, how you will write? Okay, so how you can write that check constraint? Okay, there is a constraint called check. If you give some check constraint and some column, whenever you are going to insert the value into that column, always it will try to check the condition. If the condition gets success, then only it will insert the value into the table. Otherwise, it will reject the value, okay, not to insert into the table. Let me create one table. Create table cinema, okay, person name, okay, and what you can give, and sorry, person name where often, okay, and age, number of, okay, and p, number of, okay. I want to give check condition, okay, on age greater than 18. Okay, let me execute it. Okay, table got created. Now let's go to insert into cinema. Okay, values. Okay, person name is, okay, so I'm going to give Sharath. Okay, and age is 22. Okay, fee is no $1,000. If I try to insert this record, will it be inserted or not? It will be inserted since the age is 22, right? Okay, let me execute it. It got inserted. Okay, let's go to there. Select star from TMP. Sorry, cinema. Let's see the data. Okay, so we have data. Okay, I'm going to insert some value. Insert into cinema. Okay, values. Okay, I'm going to give into, okay, age is 17. Okay, fees is 1,000. Now if I try to insert this record, okay, will it be inserted or not? No, right?
Not.
Okay, so check constraint violated, right? Like this, we can have, you know, check constraint, right? Fine. Next is foreign key. Okay, for this we need to have some discussion. Let's go back to Excel. Okay, so in SQL, there is a concept called, okay, parent and child table. Okay, what it is? If parent table, in parent table, if we have a key, then only we can use that key into child table. What does it mean? Okay, as we discussed earlier, if you want to join multiple tables, there should be some relation. Okay, how it was generated. For example, let us take employee table. Okay, so I'm telling employee ID, name, salary, department number. See, I'm going to give the values 1001, 1002, sorry, name. Okay, let us give some name. Okay, Praveen. Okay, 1 second, guys. Okay, so salary, I'm going to give 1000 and I'm going to give some department number 40. From where I'm getting this department number 40? That is question, right? So we are telling department number 40. See, if you see, this is direct information, his ID, his name, his salary. But we are telling department number 40, where we have that. Okay, so there should be department number table. It should have department number. Okay, it may have like other details. Okay, see, if you want to use this department number 40, first it should be exist in its parent table. Then only you can use this one into child table. Otherwise, if you are trying to use this one into this table, that is meaningless. Okay, assume you have some information in your contact books, mobile contact. Okay, so you want to reach out to your parents. Your parents' phone numbers are some 123 and 456. But if you save something like 786, is this valid information? With that number, you cannot reach them. Am I right? So whenever you want to use, okay, child table, in a child table, if you want to use parent table reference, that reference should be existed before we are going to use that one. Okay, so as I told you, there is a primary key constraint. What primary key constraint will do? It will allow to create only unique values. It won't allow duplicate values. It won't allow null values. Okay. If you want to use this primary key reference into child table, okay, in child table you have to tell this is the foreign key. Okay. When you are telling foreign key, that means this key is not belongs to this table. This key is the, okay, this key will refer the parent table column. Okay, that column you have to map to this current table column. That we can call foreign key. In simple words, foreign key is the child table key which always points to parent table. Are you able to understand? Okay. For example, okay. So 10, Okay, so if you want to use this information into child table, since this column is pointing to this table department number. Okay, that's the reason whatever the value you are going to use here, that should be available or that should be existed before we are going to use into child table. Okay, then only that will be valid, otherwise it is not valid. Okay, to point this table into child table, we have to use the foreign key. Okay, let me go to our discussion. Okay, so we have one primary key, right? Student primary key we have. Okay, this one, right? Select star from student one and let us see the data. Okay, we have some data, right? Now let me create child table. Create. Okay, so what I'm going to do, classroom. Okay, classroom will have, okay, class name varchar up 10. Okay, and duration. Okay, number of hours. Okay, then student. Okay, I will give something called student number of, okay, 4. Okay, so here I have to tell, right, what is the foreign key. I want to tell this column is the foreign key. Okay, this column is the foreign key of, okay, student table student ID. Am I right? So foreign key. What is the foreign key? Foreign key is for this table. This is the foreign key. Okay, from where we have to refer. Okay, reference. One second. Let me get that exact keyword. References. Okay, so references from which table? This is the table, right? This table. In this table, what we are doing, we are mapping with this column. Okay, go to end, home, execute it. Okay, invalid create. So we forgot to give table. Okay, right parenthesis missed. Foreign key.
Sir, for student number data type, you gave spell mistake, sir.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Okay, let us execute it. Okay, table got created. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert into classroom. Okay, so class name, I will give maths. Okay, duration, some 60 minutes. Okay, student ID. If I want to give student ID, first it should be there in which table? This student one table, right? So let's go to here. If you see here, okay, we have 1001 and 1002. If you give any one of this one, the record is valid. Otherwise, it will throw the error. I will show you that. Okay, record got inserted. Let's go to there and see the data. Okay, we have data fine. Now let me try to insert one more record. Okay, so this time I'm going to give 411. Okay, if I try to insert, will it be inserted? Okay, will it be inserted or not? Since this 4 ones record is not there in this table, parent table. Okay, in parent table, we won't have the student ID with 4 ones. Okay, that's the reason. If you try to insert this one, it will raise the error. That is foreign key violation error. See, integrity constraint violated, parent key not found. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Is it boring classes?
No, sir, it's okay.
Huh?
Fine, sir.
It will be like this only.
Yeah.
Okay, what I can suggest, please try to practice more and more on SQL. If you know SQL, you can survive anywhere. Okay, that's it today's session, guys. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, you can drop off.